Hi guys, my name's TanaCae, and I want to tell you a little bit about myself. Growing up, I was pretty weird. I didn't really have many friends, and I was made fun of a lot. And I think it had a lot to do with the fact that I had awarenesses that freaked people out. I was able to tell people things about themselves that I had no way of knowing. I was able to see beings that a lot of people didn't believe in, and to perceive energies and manipulate them or contribute to them in a way that other people had no idea of. And I think it scared people a lot. I was often told I was going to hell, either for lying that I had this ability, or because this was the devil, and I should shun this part of myself. And it really scared me. I really took that to heart and took that into consideration. And, more than anything, I just really wanted to fit in. I wanted people to like me, I wanted to be normal, and I wanted to have friends so badly. So, I shoved those parts of myself that weren't widely accepted deep down, and I hid them from myself. And, that took some effort. I self-medicated in my early teens, and I eventually ended up turning to distractions, and so I started working a lot. I graduated early, and by the time I was 17, 18 years old, I was working about 100 hours a week. I had a pretty high-paying 9 to 5, and then I had 3 other jobs that pretty much took every other minute of my time. And I worked and worked and worked, and, I lived off of Red Bull and some alcohol sometimes, and didn't really take good care of myself. I started seeing the effects of that pretty quickly. I was fainting at work, and it got to the point where one of my jobs I was a hostess, whatever, and I would be walking people back to their table and faint, literally lose consciousness, hit the ground, regain consciousness, stand back up, apologize, walk them to their table, turn back around, and do the whole thing all over again for hours and hours and hours. Um, and I continued doing that despite all of the signs and signals that my body was trying to tell me, probably because I had learned that the best way to get along in life was to shove all that stuff down and ignore myself. I was weird. I was wrong. I should just do what society tells me to do, right? So it all came to a head pretty quickly. I remember so vividly, so very vividly. I woke up early on a Saturday morning to go and buy the car of my dreams, and I just had to make sure online before I went out to purchase one, before I went out to go test drive one, that I had the very best of the best, the cream of the crop 92 Lexuses for me to go look at that day. So, I'm searching online and searching, and out of the corner of my eye I see these squiggly lines, and don't think much of it, rub my eyes and keep looking, keep focusing, ignore yourself. And, eventually those squiggly lines covered my entire vision. I couldn't see anything but them. I had no idea what was going on. I thought I had been drugged. I was terrified, just paralyzed in fear. I managed to, by memory, run into my grandmother's room, leap on top of her because she was still sleeping, and she rushed me to the hospital. At the hospital, they had no idea what was going on. All they did was give me some medication, and I remember sitting there, and they were asking me all of these questions, and I was thinking clearly. I was regaining some of my vision at that time, beginning to calm down a little bit, and they were asking me these questions, and when I was answering them back, it sounded like gibberish. I couldn't speak. And, I had no idea what was going on. All I could slow myself down enough to say was, what the F, or why the F can I talk? Why the F can I talk? And I didn't say F, obviously. But, they had no answers for me. I begged them to let me stay there until they figured it out. They sent me home anyways. I went home, and on Monday morning I went back to work. I remember my vision being distinctly different on the drive to work, and when I got to work, I couldn't focus on the computer screens. I kept seeing these flashes of bright light, I panicked so badly. I thought the same thing was gonna happen to me again. I panicked so badly. I vomited right there on the office floor, and I left. And I went home, and I didn't leave my house for a good 9 months. Probably about 6 months of that I spent confined to a dark room. I only lit with candles that I had behind my bed. I ended up almost burning my house down, burning my room down because of the candles. But that's a story for another time. But yeah, I didn't watch TV. I didn't read. I sat there in a dark room, and I ended up going to a couple doctor's appointments, and that really wasn't working for me. And I sought out some alternative therapies, and through my healing journey, I learned how to heal myself. And, I really, all I did was find my whole way back through all this pain and struggle and heartache and all of this crazy drama and trauma. All I did was find myself back to exactly where I was when I was 3 years old, having the same awarenesses and finally being authentic to myself. But really being in a place this time where I was comfortable enough and loved myself enough and accepted myself and just was truly appreciative of the gifts that I have as a human being enough to really be with that and to be in alignment with just who I am as a person. And what that taught me was all that time and all of that struggle. What that taught me was that when you're true to yourself, the rest of life just works out. It's not struggle anymore. You don't have to work hard anymore. Life just really works out. And I'm not saying don't be passionate. I'm very passionate. I'm a very passionate person. I'm so excited about everything that I do. And, that's probably one of the things I say most of my life is, oh, I'm so excited. Oh, that's so exciting. Just because I love life and I live my bliss truly every moment of life. But what I'm trying to say is when you're truly just true to yourself. Just true to yourself. What do you love? Who are you? What do you do? And when you stay honoring that, the rest of life just works out. All you have to do is walk in alignment with yourself, and the path is unfolded for you. And that is something that I am so deeply passionate about. And that's why I do what I do now. Yes, I am a healer. I am not currently working one-on-one with anybody, but I am being true to myself. And what I'm doing professionally right now is I am doing whatever the hell I want to do. I'm doing what feels good to me. I'm doing what I enjoy. I'm doing what I love. I'm spending time with my son. I'm hanging out by the pool. I'm hanging out with my dogs. I am just loving life up. I'm just soaking up every minute of life. I read every day. I love to learn. I listen to audios. I watch inspiring videos. I make cool videos. Well, maybe not that cool, but you guys can be the judge of that. And I'm a part of this team called Team Have It All of these amazing, just beautiful, inspiring people. And I blog. I blog daily. And, there's some times when I even miss some days, and that's okay, because I'm doing what's honoring to myself. And, part of learning and growing is, really accepting where you are now so that you can, see where you want to be and figure out a clear path to get there. And so I would really invite anybody out there that is ready for this step in your life to just be who you are and to be honored for that and to make money doing that and to not have to compromise who you are and what you believe in and, to really open yourself up to the wider view of the world because I was once at a place where nobody accepted who I was. Nobody honored that part of me, and it caused me to turn against myself. And in coming back to that place, what I really realized is it wasn't that nobody did. It's just that I wasn't around people who did. I wasn't around people who could appreciate that part of me, who could see that in me and love that in me. And now that I'm expressing who I truly am to um, the world has opened up to me. And I have had some crazy feedback from just amazing people and so much support and love. And, I've just barely started to tap into my resources and share that with people. So, what is it about you that you're hiding? That if you stopped hiding, you'd start being more in alignment with just who you are and who you came here to be. And you always get to choose. Do you know that? Do you know that you can just choose who you want to be and to express yourself and to honor yourself and be true to yourself, and life will reward you for that? That is just so crazy amazing to me. And I would invite you to hook up with me and figure out how this whole thing works. If that's something that speaks to you, if that's something that you're ready for, let me know. And I'll be here for you the entire way. Because I've already walked this journey, so I can help you. I can help you get to where I'm at today. So I love you guys, and blessings, love, and light, and thank you for all your love and support, and hook up with me. Don't be afraid to reach out to me. Just because I might have done a couple things that you haven't done yet, or be aware of some things that maybe you're not perceiving in your own reality right now, does not mean that I'm different or greater or outside of or away from you. Like, I love talking to people. Just hit me up and we can figure this thing out together. Alright, blessings, love, and light, guys.